Hello everyone, it's Helen here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. So today we're going to be making one of these hats. It's going to be a card. So this one is actually standing up and I'll get to that in a second. Just want to do a quick sound check. So if you are if you can hear me, let me know and then we can jump straight in. So I am streaming to Facebook and also Facebook as well. Sorry, YouTube and Facebook. I can't talk today. Monday mornings. So if you're there, just let me know. And then hi Leanne, I've got someone. Well done. Hi. Hopefully you're having a good Monday. We're already halfway through the day now, so that Monday is almost over. So Karen can hear me loud and clear. So got all the Facebook people, so if you are on YouTube, just let me know that you can hear me as well. I should be there as well. Yeah, it does look like it. So today we're going to be making one of these hats and also a little matching handbag as well. So I've got you on my comments here so I can actually see. So if you have any questions or anything like that, just let me know and I'll be happy to answer some questions for you. So here is our lady's hat. Now I have actually made a couple of these a few years ago. So these are my original samples here, and this is actually a gift box. So you can pop some stuff in there, and today we're going to be making a gift box version of this, and it's also a stand-up card, so it stands up just like that. Again, I'm using some free papers which I'll be getting to in a moment. So this one also comes apart and you can decorate these however you want to as well. So I've got some paper flowers on this one. I've got one of my peonies from this one. We made one of these last week, or was it the week before, using the peony die. And yeah, with this one I've just popped the bow on. So let's have a quick look at the free papers. Now these come with Simply Cards and Papercraft issue. I've already done some playing, as you may have spotted. Let's take all of this out. So this is issue 254. Now the papers that actually do come physically printed are quite thin, and I have used them all up already on one of my little mini albums, on my little travel journal thingy bobby. So this is available as a download. So let's have a quick look at that. It's a free download. Download the papers and the toppers are included, but you have to manually cut those out. So let's switch over now to this screen here. You can still hear me hopefully. So these are the papers, beautiful butterflies. We're going to be working with those today. And here is another one. That is what my sample is made from. And then we have these beautiful butterflies. Now I did do some printing, double-sided printing, so I have this on the other side of one of them. And then we have the lovely blue and the florals with the butterflies. And then we have our toppers. You have to manually cut those out. Then we have a lovely beige there as well. So you get 6 in that paper pack download. So I really like those. So I actually want to do some more fun things with those. So I will probably come back to those at a later point. So let's go back now to my desk, and it also comes with the A4 stamp set as well. I did some colouring in. I shared this last week on my social media. I was having a lot of fun there with the new alcohol pens from Creative Craft Products. I just love that. I love peonies, so I had a lot of fun there testing out all of the pinks and the reds together and the greens and see how they blended, and I found a really good colour combination on that. I made a quick card as well, but I was just having fun playing. So that is issue 254. You also get an A6 embossing folder as well. So today we're going to be making a hat, and then hopefully I have some bits and bobs here to make a matching purse or a little handbag. So let's go through with what we're going to be doing. So let's start off with some die cutting first. So here is the die set. Where did you get that hat? That is what makes this. Love that. So again, we have Mother's Day coming up as well for the rest of the world. We've already had ours, so it seems to be in 2 little stages here. So oh, sorry, sort my microphone out. There we go. Sorry if that was noisy. It just tried to disappear. Right, so here is the die set. It's a large one, so you will need a large format machine, something for A4, or if you have a standard size Big Shot, this will fit onto like the long platform. If you also have the long plates as well, you can run it through on there, and you get a choice here of an oval base. So here is the oval base, and we also have a round base as well. And then we have the tops. Right, so I have done some die cutting already, so let's go through what I've done so far, and then I'll do some more die cutting. So I have here 2 of the ovals. This is going to be the back bit of the card here, this bit here, this flap here, and then we have the base, this one. So 2 ovals. Now I have actually printed this out double-sided. You can do this with any printer, it doesn't have to be a double-sided printer. Just take your piece of paper out, put it back in the printer, and then run it through again. Now I have got everything here listed down below. I have included my printer that I use. I've had it for 4 years. It's an Epson EcoTank 7700. It's no longer available, but it's got all of the specs and the specifications on there, so it kind of gives you an idea of what kind of printer I'm using. And I've also put my dream printer there as well. I will probably end up replacing this printer that I have currently. When it dies, I will probably upgrade to something like that I've popped down below. Okay, I do spend money on my printers when I get a printer. That's the only thing. If you buy a cheap printer, you're spending loads of money on inks, and if you buy a more expensive printer, you're spending less money on the inks, especially if it's an EcoTank with the liquid inks that go in there. But that's about my printer. I've linked them both down below. Check out the specs, and then just go ahead and see what you can find. I'm not saying buy the ones I have down below. I'm just saying those are the specifications, and that's kind of my base point when I'm looking for a printer. So I'm going to quickly take a look at the comments here. Oh, happy birthday, Leanne. It was her birthday yesterday. Having a lazy day today. So yes, have a nice chilled out Monday. Hi Julie. Hi Lynn. And Leanne saying she's got the big flower dies. You have to try the Peony. Yes, definitely. Hi Helen. Yes, the stamps are lovely, aren't they? Hi Beth. Hi Joe. Oh, over in the USA, it must be really early there. Yes, Karen, they're absolutely great for wedding favours. I know we're coming up to wedding season, so even if you wanted to make this as a gift, it's going to be absolutely perfect. Oh, Beth says it's 4 AM in Arizona. Is it even slightly light? Like, can you just about see some of the daylight coming up from the sun? I have no idea. Hi Gillian. I'm just watching whilst she is on her lunch, so I'd better get on then if you're on your lunch break. Right, so I've got this already cut out, double-sided. This is going to be the outer part of the lid, I guess, and we're just going to die cut this central part here, and then we're going to start chopping off some of these tabs, so I will let you know which ones I will do. Okay, so let's go over now to my machine. We're going to be using this big long die here, and I have here we go, some contrasting paper. Again, as I said, print them out both sides. Just take your paper out and pop it back in again. You will need to find out how your printer does things, but as they say, keep your enemies close, as in get to know your printer, get to know its quirks, and you'll get along just fine. You might even become friends. Okay, so I'm going to run this through with the pink side up, and I have the other pattern on the other side. So again, this is one big PDF as well, so it's going to be easier to manually take out your paper and feed it through and then choose your next pattern. So let's run that through. Hi Linda, it's from the West Mids, and Debbie, Texas. Good morning from rainy Texas. I was actually watching a lot of the tornado coverage over the weekend. That was pretty manic. It was literally just, it just kept popping up. And Joe says it's just past 6 AM here, 2 hour difference. I think I might have missed where you were. So as you may imagine, I spent most of my evenings watching the Ryan Hole, y'all. I can never say it. It doesn't sound the same in an English accent. It really doesn't. Okay, so we're going to be losing some of our teeth here now. Dun dun dun. Right, so this is going to be our outer cover. We need to lose the teeth along the bottom here. So let's move this out of the way before I do some chopping on the wrong thing. So Joe's in Illinois. So we're going to be working on this one first, which is this top section. And we don't have to have the teeth on the bottom, but we do need to have these. I keep saying they're teeth. They're not teeth, they're tabs. So the tabs are for the top there. So we need to keep those. So we need to get rid of the bottom row of, dare I say it, teeth. Now do your best to line this up. There we go. Hopefully I've chopped this in one big long line, or just caught it on the edge. Ah, look, they're not joined. Never mind. Sometimes if you get just a smither of the rest of the cardstock on there, it comes off as one piece. Right, let's scoop those up. There we go. Right, now we have this. We need to add some red tape along here, but I'm not going to add it now because I'll have to kind of bend it around. I might get creases. So I'm going to show you another technique that I use for doing that instead. But first, I'm just going to just fold these over. There we go. And then what I'm going to do, as this is our outer one, this is the larger of the two of the pieces. So we're going to be using the same die to create the inner and the outer bit of the box. So the outer bit has these little notches here. That is where we line that up to. And then I'll show you how to line up the inner one so it fits inside in the next step. So let's go over now to some red tape. I actually braved under my desk. It's a bit messy under there, so I had to find myself some more red tape, and I did, just in the width that I needed as well. So I keep a pair of Tim Holtz special scissors just for my red tape so it doesn't gunk up my other scissors. So this is my red tape scissors. Press that down with a bone folder. Just keeping an eye on the comments here as well. And you can add a little bit of glue as well if you want to. Ta-da! I have it. Bookbinding glue is back. Super happy. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just over that red tape there. That's going to keep it there for the long term. Now I can just about see those notches, but I'll show you on the die set the notches here. There we go. Those will die cut those little notches to help you line those up. So now what we're going to do is just grab, I think this is too wide. Yes, it is. Need a thinner one. I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to add this around, and it's easier now to get this all in one straight line whilst it's in its little circle, instead of it being flat like that. You would have to try and curve it all the way around and you'd probably get creases, so it's a lot easier to pop this on like this. Okay, just take that off. There we go. Right, let's leave that there whilst we now work on our bottom base part. So I'm going to use some scissors for these. We need to lose teeth from this top half here because this row at the bottom is what's going to glue to our base. So let's cut that off. There we go, and now we can just, yeah, see that's come off all in pretty much one go. And then just a quick tip, I'm just going to grab my scoreboard here. Just going to line this up here. A quick tip when you have all of these rows of tabs here, instead of trying to fold them all individually like that, just find where the score line is and then just do one big long score line down there. It's already scored, but this just joins it all together. So it's a tip here if you have any dies that are like that, and that will make it so much easier to fold. It's a bit chilly this morning. I sat here too long in my t-shirt and I got cold. Even though it was 22 degrees in here, I should have been alright in just a t-shirt, but I started to warm up now. Helen's asking, what is the difference between binding glue and PVA? For example, Cosmic Shimmer, Art Glitter, Colour Out. Right, so they're not entirely water-based. There is something in there. It's like acrylic. It's basically acrylic glue, whereas PVA is more, I think it's more water-based. This stuff dries faster as well than PVA, you may notice, and it also doesn't make your papers kind of crinkle. If you use too much of it, it will probably crinkle, but if you've ever done a layer of PVA glue and things like that, you may find that things crinkle about. But definitely the specialist glues, I've used all of the glues, and I grew up with PVA as well. PVA can take a long time to dry, so definitely the specialist glues are definitely worth trying, even if it's just trying a new one every time. I've got Collal down here. I think I've got something else I have here that I have to try. I'm just going under my desk now. This one here, I've got Beacon 3-in-1. So I tried something else, Fabri-Tac I think I've tried before, but I'm going to try Beacon as well. I've tried Collal quite a while ago, years and years and years ago. I found that went stringy and it did have a bit of a smell, but I would say that's still a good glue. It's definitely a good glue. Okay, so now we have see how easy that was just to fold over now with just that one long score line. And now we're just going to add our tape along the bottom here. That's what's going to be gluing our base to the base of the hat. And you may notice these tabs don't have score lines because we're curving them around. If you have a score line there, it would create a corner, and we don't want that. We want to keep it round. Okay, I'm just going to add a bit of tape here as well. Just to this side. And then I'm just going to add another bit of tape to the other side. So do a dry run. We're going to pop it over like that, and this little tab here gets overlapped with this one here, so it completely lines up, and if we do that it should fit perfectly inside there. That's the plan, but I do need a bit more tape just on the other side, so I've added my tape along here and here. Turn it over, add your tape there. Yeah, I do get that, Helen. I did wonder why they decided to call it bookbinding glue as well. I think it's because there are other glues available that are specialist bookbinding glues that are very similar in properties to the Cosmic Shimmer, and I think they just went with that name as well, because it's known as bookbinding glue, is known to be very strong, so I think that's why they went with that name. Okay, so let's take off just our first little layer there. I'm not taking all of it off, I'm just doing that, and then I'm taking off the backing for these two on the tabs here. There we go, and then just line everything up. I want to be able to line up the teeth, so we're just overlapping the first two so they meet perfectly. There we go. Now you should have something like that. Okay, so this should now go over the top. Did I do that wrong? I don't think I did. There we go. That should go over just like that and fit in there perfectly. Okay, so let's get this popped onto our base. So I have a base here. I didn't bother. Oh, I did bother. This is double-sided. I know why I did that now. If we go back to this card here, I wanted to have this bottom section here with the floral pattern on. Actually, I'm going to stick this on once this is finished and put on as a proper shaped base then, because this is going to change shape once we pop it onto there. So if I pop this on now and then try to stick this on, this would then have to try and change shape as well to fit around it. I'll try to keep an eye on the comments as well. Right, so let's move over to this piece now. This is going to be the top. Is that double-sided as well? So let's choose our side. I think I prefer this one. So we're going to take this off. And then just fold all of these in. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just pop this on there in the center. Just press that down, and then I'm just going to go up the sides like this. Again, you can add some glue as well. Now the oval that I'm using for this one is there's two ovals here, is the larger one. Just going to go up the other side. Now you can see this oval now is causing this hat top bit to, instead of being circular, it's becoming an oval. There we go, that is now glued on. There we go. I'm just going to get my thumb in there. My thumb isn't long enough. And just press that down very gently. I'm hoping to do a collab with Vicky on Thursday. I've just requested a few things to help us along our way on Thursday. If that falls through, as in delayed, I will delay that a week. But I would still like to do perhaps a challenge with Vicky anyway, if she's up for that on the Thursday. So we'll see how it goes. But there could be a week's delay on the actual proper plans. So yeah, everything this week for me is up in the air. They still haven't drilled underneath my house yet to replace the gas line pipe. They're still out there with their diggers. Don't know what day they'll be doing us. So that's all fun and games. I'm not too sure how well we can do it for the for the Thursday for the actual plans. What else? I'm sure there was a few other things as well. Okay, so I'm going to pop that inside there. So now we have our base taking on the shape of the oval. I think my next launch is June. There's a lot of making and sample making required for this one, so I've just got the actual proper die sets. They've hit the warehouse now, so I've had the samples to play with, the sample die sets to play with, but I have the real proper ones now, so that is going to take me a while to make those. So it's quite a large launch in June, and I have another big thing in July and August as well. So right now I'm starting to get ready for a very big summer. So I've got here the oval, and I think I'm going to choose this side. I'm going to stand up for this one because I need to be bird's eye view. And then I'm just going to fold all of these in, just like that. So they're all in like that. There we go. And then I'm going to try and get this right in the middle here. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be more or less where you want it to go. Oh gosh, Helen, wanting kids, it's fun. It's something fun. And you're going to want to just make one of each of everything, and then variations. So definitely. Right, so I'm just pressing that down. I think I am a little bit off centre for there, but I think I was a bit off centre for this one too. Did my best. Right, so let's pop this on. We have our hat. If you want to keep it just like that and decorate it and have a little ribbon around it, something like a beautiful organza ribbon, not the red line tape liner, but that is going to look wonderful just like that. But we're going to carry on now and make this into like an easel card. So that is pretty easy to do. I'm just going to add a score line along here. It's because I'm chilled out, Beth. I think I demonstrated this once on Create and Craft. I think that was the one I made a right hash of it, so I think I probably tried to use hot glue, but since then I've worked out the best way. I like to do that. Sometimes things takes a certain technique with adhesives and tapes, and it's true, a lot of my die sets are fun. Not much of a clue. The thing is, if I give you a clue, you'll guess. That's the only thing. I think you're very good at guessing games, Helen. Yes, we are a little off centre. Nothing new there though, is it? Right, so I'm just going to go for round about that, which is just over ½ an inch. Let's see, let's guess. I'm guessing 5/8 of an inch. 5/8 of an inch! There we go. I guessed right. Right, let's fold that down. I'm really racking my brains now whilst we're doing this to try and give you a hint. Sorry, my voice just went funny there. What kind of a hint could I give you? We're still so far off. I'll get in trouble if you end up guessing. I'll have to have a think. So this is going to now pop onto here. So this is where you decide whether you want your card to go this way, or whether you want it to turn around and go that way. So I think I'll pop it on that way. So let's do some stamping now. I'm going to put this down for Mother's Day. This would be a great birthday. This would be a lovely a thank you as well. I love this. I can't wait to play with this one. I had so much fun colouring that one, and if you're new, if you've just joined, I had some fun the other day with the alcohol markers. Made a little card as well. Right, let me know in the comments, happy birthday or happy Mother's Day. Let me know in the comments. Oh, things get leaked when they get leaked. So yeah, we've got a happy birthday or the Mother's Day. Let me know, and I will, the first 5 will decide. So Joe say Mother's Day, Beth is Mother's Day. The last one's a decider. Oh, Helen, happy birthday. We've got 3 so far. Thank you, Helen. It says colouring excellent. I'm not even that great at colouring in. Oh, yes, that is one of my favourite stamp sets that came with, was that with creative stamping. Lynn's saying happy birthday, so it's 2 each, so the last one decides. Leanne's saying happy birthday, so we'll do happy birthday. There we go. So let's pull this out. There we go. And there's loads of ideas in here as well on what to do with the stamp set. Well, that actually reminds me, I'm in a magazine this month, and it's not Simply Made Crafts, totally Simply Made Crafts related. It's the Creative Stamping 134. Here it is. I made that gift bag using the gift stamp. So it's an A4 stamp set. I think that's out now. If not, it's available on pre-order. So I had a lot of fun doing that, and there's some templates included as well on that too, on those gift bags. So there are a couple of Simply Made Craft bags, but let's go for black ink. There's a lot of scoreboard makes as well. There's a mixture. So yeah, it's been a very long time since I've done an actual magazine commission. I used to be in all of them every single month, but I just did not have the time with Simply Made Crafts anymore, so now I'm just in them every so often. Right, so this is going to be, where are we stamping? This is going to go on here and up like that. Yeah, so make sure things are kept in the right orientation. I'm not doing another wedding collection. No, we can scratch that off. But if you need wedding collection themes, a lot of my die sets can be popped together for a wedding. There we go. Happy birthday. Just going to quickly wipe that off with a cloth. And then I'm going to add some glue here. Where is it? Here it is. Oh gosh, you are a proper fan, aren't you, Leanne? You've got everything. So just adding some glue now to the top tab there. And then I'm just going to line this up on the dry side so I know my oval is in the right place. There we go, and I can press that down. I'm just going to let that dry slightly. Do keep an eye on it though, because it might swish about. Now to make this stand up, I need to just trim off just a little bit along here. Use my long bladed scissors for that. Yes, they're really good when you mix the die sets with other die sets. Right, so that's created a flat base now. I have one already done here, so that will stand up just like that. Now it may not stand up if you have treats inside the box, so if you want to glue this down over this one so it doesn't come off, you can do that. But it may not stand up very well with, like, if you pop in loads of fudge or something like that in there. So I can't answer that, Helen, but watch this space, and that's all I'm saying on that one. Okay, so let's add a ribbon. I have some organza stuff here. It was like a pack of 3, I think. I got it from Amazon. I was super pleased with it. Maybe I'll go for a different colour if I can get one handy. I've got pink. Got a light pink. That might be the wrong shade. And I did have... Don't worry about that. That's my pom-pom trim, which I also love, but that's not for this project. You're probably thinking I've grown 2 heads if I put pom-poms on that hat. I did have some silver organza ribbon as well, but I think that's gone on holiday. Yeah, I think that's gone for a little break somewhere, so we'll play with what we have and put that away. Oh, hey Victoria. Right, so I could go for the light. Let's see what this looks like. It's a lot lighter, isn't it? Yeah, it almost disappears, so I think I'll go for the darker one. Yeah, I just keep an elastic band there here to keep those closed because they unravel. Okay, so let's tie this into a lovely little bow at the top. Ah, Leanne likes the light one. Bit fiddly. I tend to do the bunny ear bows, how I tie my bows anyway. There's like probably 10 different ways of tying a bow. Can't really see what I'm doing. What's got on here? Something's not gone right. Let's start again. That little bit there, that little bunny ear went really twisted. Right, I'm going to stand up for this, I think, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, that's a little better. There we go. The thing is with organza ribbons is it's really easy to get them looking nice. Right, so let's trim that down. Okay, and there we have our little easel hat card. It's going to be hard for you to see there because, well, let's see if I can get my spare camera out. Let's have a look. Don't know if it's going to work or not because I'll be holding this in my hand. So let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. There we are. Let's see if I can get that off being wobbly. There is our hat. Ah, one-handed here. Whee! There we go. Do this with two hands. And there is our little hat standing up. Right, let's put that camera back now. Okay. Well, that was close. I didn't have anything sneakily hiding around. I don't think. You didn't get any sneak peeks. I tried to keep things packed away. So, Joe has spotted this. We're going to be making this today to match the hat. So this is the let me just quickly go over the die set I used for the hat. It is called Where Did You Get That Hat? Love that. And we're going to now be moving over to the evening Dinky, the Dinky, which means small, evening clutch bag. So this is kind of like a micro bag collection. Basically just a much smaller version of its larger, bigger sister. So I've got here the same papers. I'm keeping with the same patterns here that I've cut out. So you're going to need 2 of these little side gussets, 2 of the front and the back. Comes with the mat as well and the trellis, so you can make something like that. It's gorgeous with pink cardstock with some pink mirror card. And I've got 1 flap here and then I've got 1 handle. So I'm going to have the nice butterfly and flowers as my feature piece for the lid or the flap, and the rest is going to be the more muted down pattern with the butterflies. So let's start off by adding this first to the back of one of our flaps here. Sorry, not the flap, the back of the bag. And this will fit completely through a standard die cutting machine as well. All the pieces, as you can see, they're quite small. Those will all fit through a standard machine. So I've got my flap glued onto there. Just going to keep an eye on the comments. So Helen's made a whole load before she went into hospital. Is that where you work, Helen, or do you do voluntary work there? Oh, yep, Victoria's keeping quiet with sneak peeks. We've got to save the surprises, but I will be adding like sneak peeks about a week before, but I think you'll be able to guess from probably the first sneak peek. So it's something we're just going to have to sit on for a little bit longer. So I'm just adding glue now to the tabs whilst we pop this bag together. So again, I'm alternating them. So we've got bag back, side, front, and then another side again. Then we can glue the bottom closed. I know, it is ages away. It's going to take me that long to make everything. Seriously, it will do. And I've got to make the video so Victoria knows how to put them together. So, yeah. And in the design stages of this particular collection, I spent hours. I probably spent 10 times more than I normally would do designing a collection. It was that complicated. But a lot of time and effort went into it, and I'm really pleased with how everything has turned out. And I'm super pleased, and I have the dies so that I can just do it really easily instead of the hard, long way manually. Yeah, I would love to come and help. I've actually had to rope in my daughter to help with some of the die cutting. So, yeah, I said I'd pay her. Sorry to hear about that, Helen. She had to go in. Hopefully it was short and sweet. That's true, Leanne. Plenty of time to save up. Now, I'm just drawing this bag together now. Probably doing it the harder way. I'm sure you can do it down. I normally do this down flat and you press it down. There we go. That's easier, isn't it? Right, so let's get this handle. No, let's do the base next. Just going to add a tiny bit of glue, just a big line along there. And then I'm just going to do my best to make sure it's all squared off. And then bone folder in there just to press that down. Oh, she's still in the hospital. Does that mean no crafting? Just lots of watching? Yeah, I hope you're on the mend soon there. Hopefully you'll be out in time for the, I almost said it then. Yeah, hopefully you'll be out in time for the new releases. Okay, so these have little score lines. So we fold those upwards. There we go. And then just use just a little bone folder. I don't know, are you able to do any crafting whilst you're in, like maybe stamping or journaling, or yeah, scrapbooking and little things like that? It should be okay. So I'm just going to add some glue now just to these little tabs, even though I just put the lid back on this. Feed that through. So again, yeah, this is going to be an absolutely perfect wedding set. There we go. So let's do our little Velcro trick now. Okay, I use these ones here, the super slim stick-ons. Now I don't know if anyone new is watching, so I'll go through the whole shebang on how to get these little things on. So I'm just going to trim one of them in half because this is a tiny little bag. We don't need the full effect of the full tab. And these are great because they're super slim. So I'm going to stick this onto the flap first. And take off the backing. Give that a good press first, then take off the backing. Okay, now make sure that your flap is lined up nicely in the right place. Press that down. But if you press down fully, that's going to squash your box. So grab a little pokey tool or a craft knife or a pencil, something pointy, and then carefully split those up, run it in between and split those hooks and loops apart. There we go. And then on this bottom part here, give that a really good press, and then press that down as well. There we go. And that should get your Velcro stuck down nicely. So now that you can just take this up and down without tearing off one of the Velcro pieces or separating them. Okay, so maybe I'll just add another bit of ribbon here just so it matches the bag. Again, we've got finishing. I've got some die sets here that we could use for finishing touches as well, so I'll go through those in a moment. One of them is the Peony that we played with last week, or was it 2 weeks ago now? I can't remember. Yeah, my niece spends a lot of time in the hospital, so she likes to do things like colouring in and scrapbooking and things just to keep her busy. Right, let's try another bow. I think Vicky's a lot better at tying bows than me. Ah, yeah, people are saying 2 weeks ago. There we go, let's move that forward. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. Right, big scissors. There we go. I've got to get into the habit of putting my scissors back, because I put them down and then I cover them up with something. I'm not the only one that does that, I know that, so I'm not alone. Right, so here is our bag. I think it might need something else along here as well, but just to get us started off, I think that is absolutely lovely. There we go. So there is our hat that we've made today. It is a gift box and it's patterned matched as well, so the tabs kind of blend in there with the papers, and it's also a card as well, so you can write your sentiment on there and then you can stand that up. It's perfectly happy there on a mantelpiece or on a shelf. Then we have made the Dinky evening clutch bag as well. This probably needs something else here, maybe a little emblem there or something like that, or a little butterfly. Let me have a look. I have here, that was the chair again, if you were watching last week anyway. Just looking for the die set now that I am looking for. Did I get it out already? I don't know. No, I think it's put away still. I don't know whether I'm coming or going sometimes. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it. Oh, I found it. There we go. Here we go. This is perfect for finishing off your hats as well. It's got the butterfly. I have the larger version. I don't think we have the larger version in stock anymore, but this is just a die set here that will do a smaller version of this bow with the butterfly and the tails there. You've got a choice of the two tails, so you can decorate that with that. So this Dinky bow butterfly will be sized, as you can see, that's way too big. This die set is size for this bag. And then we have these beautiful flowers here as well, these peonies with the leaves. There we go, so you can pop those as well. on there. You get the centres as well, so this would look lovely just on the side. Just make sure you glue it onto the moving piece, because then you might just glue your hat shut and you won't be able to open it. So we've got those beautiful peonies on there as well. And then we also have a giant peony that we made 2 weeks ago, and that was with the Ultimate Peony and Leaf die set. So I am merging quite a few collections together. We have the Grand Day Out, which is where the hat's from. We have the Dinky purses for this little guy, and I've never called a purse a man before. Man purse. And we have here the Ultimate Peony and Leaf die set as well from the Botanicals. So I think I've merged quite a few things together today, but as you can see, when you do things like that and you mix and match, you can make it work. So that's the great thing about a lot of the die sets that I have, that I've designed. You can decorate them for any occasion, and then we have all these little accessory sets and things for you to carry on decorating and making them as pretty or as masculine as you want to. So that is today's live. I hope you really enjoyed this one. I'm going to hang about for another 5 minutes and chit chat just to keep your company. If you do have to dash off, if your lunch break's finished, then hopefully you'll have the rest a good afternoon. And Leanne says she usually burns the ribbon with a lighter. I do on the satin ones. Yes, Helen's wishing that her craft stash would bring some of my older sets back. I am advocating for some of them, especially I'd love the ornate gift bag, but I would suspect that that might come back a little bit more expensive than what it was when it was first out, because manufacturing has become a little bit more pricey. So I do hope if we do get that back, we can get a really good price for it too. Yes, we do. Sam and Lou also do that too. Yeah, we've got to mix and match, otherwise you're just going to end up with a hat like this every time. You know, you could do a steampunk hat if you wanted to. What else? You could do a Mad Hatter hat. You could do a St. Patrick's Day hat. There's so many different sorts of hats that you could make for this. It's not just the ladies' hat, so you could really go to town there. You know, you can even make a magic show hat. So, she managed to get that on eBay. Yes, yes, do check out there for second-hand die sets as well. Sometimes that's the only way to get the stuff that's already gone. Yes, a Willy Wonka hat. Yes. Yeah, so Helen's mixed some of my stuff with the Chloe Creative cards as well. I think you sent me some photos from that too. So I think you were more of a card maker before, I think you said, Helen. So I'm hoping you're having fun now with a lot of more of the 3D things and the album making as well. I love this. So that's with the other papers. So let's have another quick look at the papers that are in the free download. Let's move that out the way. There we go. So here they are again. That's the first one. That's what we played with today. That is the other sample that I had today. Again, it's a free download from Craft World. It's free to join that website, and there's loads on there as well. All the free downloads from all of the Papercraft magazines are there. That is linked directly below in the YouTube description box. All the links in the YouTube. I've only got one link in the Facebook because I can only put one link there. That will take you to the hat, but for the full one, it's all in the YouTube one. So there we've got a nice tealy, like light blue colour. Then we have the toppers, but you'll have to cut those out. Then we have this lovely beige background as well, and you get 6 in there as well. So let's quickly go back up to the top. Okay, so now we're back. So I hope you really liked today. Have you tried Craft World, Helen? I'd give it a look. I'd check it out. It's not just paper crafts there as well. It's a mixture of all the crafts. So I'd definitely check that out. You can get all of the downloads there from all of the magazines, because generally now a lot of the magazines come with papers, and I find them really handy to play with. Especially as you can print off all your favourites as well. So yes, so Beth's looking forward to a steampunk hat. I did have a steampunk collection. I don't know where that would be now. It did sell out, but I do have a photo of it. It came out with this collection. Here it is. It was a little steampunk collection die set. I loved that. That sold out pretty much straight away. It's one of the first to go from that collection that sold out. So yeah, that didn't last long. Everyone wanted that one. So I don't know, Leanne. I keep bringing them out and saying, oh, you can put these flowers on this project, you can put these flowers on this other project. So I don't know. Oh, that actually looks quite nice. Oh, because you've got to be trying stuff out now. Okay, I might just pop that one on there. That would look really nice there on that one. So this was made using watercolor paper. I've just spritzed it and added some ink and spritzed it after I'd done my die cutting. You can do it before you do your die cutting as well. Let that dry, and then you have a lovely watercolored peony. So yeah, these look great on there. Yes, and you can make some smaller ones as well. You don't have to use all of the outer larger petals. You can just use the smaller ones to make a normal size one, and then a smaller flower. That would look great as a little cluster on there as well. You see, so I'm not gonna glue those on, but I tested those and I think they look great. So I do have a list. I have a massive spreadsheet of everything that I've released. I will have to see about publishing that one, just in case people want to go about looking for things that they've missed. Alright, Debbie's enjoying the older ones. So yes, this is something I am planning to do moving forward. Every month I'm going to kind of concentrate on a few things. This one's out a little bit early. I had a different project planned for today, so I brought this one forward a little bit whilst the background things are sorting themselves out. Hi Sandra. And so yeah, I brought this one forward, and I have lots more from the Grand Day Out collection. We have the picnic basket coming up, we have the loaf tin, and we have some other makes that I'm going to be making with that particular collection, and I'm going to be teaming them with other things from other collections. So we have the Dinky bows. These are lovely accessory sets, as well as like the Botanicals is going to be absolutely perfect for twinning up with the Grand Day Out stuff. So yeah, May's going to be a good fun month. I know it will be. So the thing is, I've got to get as much filming done as possible. I cannot film when it's really hot weather, so I really have to be strategic about when I film, because my computer will just overheat, and if I film on my phone in the hot weather, it crashes and stops. So I need to get as much filming as I can in May and get that done. So yes, Leanne loves the picnic basket. I love both of them, so yeah, they're a lot of fun to play with. So yeah, Helen's after that big long list. It's a big long list, by the way. It's a really big long list. Oh, so Debbie's saying change the rim and make a baseball cap. Okay, that could sort of work. It wouldn't have the round domed top, but it would be some sort of steampunk baseball hat perhaps. I need to find a steampunk set that's in stock somewhere. Does anyone know of any? Because that would be great to decorate one of these hats. I do have another hat in this collection. It's put away at the moment, but it's a top hat. It's not shaped like this, but it's a traditional, you know, top hat that you would have at a wedding, or if you were part of the gentry or something like that. Am I laughing? I think that might be an autocorrect for Christmas in June or July. It will be definitely after July. I'll be getting my Christmas things out because I do have some launches round about over the summer, so everything's all lined up in the proper order. Yes, I need to do the big goggles to go on the steampunk hat. Ah, this did have goggles. It did have the goggles. Here we are, the goggles here. Oh, I'm not too sure if I'll be able to add a photo. Let me see if I can get that loaded up. Let's see if I can get a photo. I have to go in and find it first. Now let's find out what collection that was from. It was from this collection. Sorry if it's gone a bit dark. This software does go a bit funny sometimes. Gosh, what year was it? 2020? No, 2021. Here we are. Photos. I've got everything in the right place. Open. That's a bit too big, so fit to screen. There we go. What do you guys think? That is my steampunk hat. I made it into goggles. That is the actual top hat that I have the die set for. That is still available, and I'll be playing with that very soon during May. And it comes with the mini top hat that goes on the top as well. It's just such a shame that the steampunk set has sold out, but both of those, the top hat at the top and the main top hat, are both gift boxes as well. And I've used some crackle mousse from Nouveau, like the Tonic Nouveau stuff. That was a lot of fun to do. That took a long time as well, but I really enjoyed making that one. But it's such a shame that the steampunk thing, I think maybe Lou might have a few bits and bobs. Maybe I'll have a look in Lou's textures collection to see if there's anything that I can team up to make another sort of hat like that. So right, I need to play with this now because I'm all like dark. It really does play havoc with my settings when I do stuff. I think I was on -5. There we go. There we go, all sorted. Right, so that was the steampunk hat. I had a lot of fun with that as well. So now I need to find a homes for all of these new hats. Okay, so I think I've done a lot of chit-chatting now. So yeah, so if you want to know all the bits that I've used today, have a check out of the YouTube description. I've tried to put as much in there as possible. Check out the free paper downloads as well from Craft World. That's linked down below. And if you're on Facebook, then we have the link for the hat linked there. So I can always ask, Helen, I can always ask. So that would be great to have, like maybe a whole steampunk collection, just go to town. It would be very nichey. Not everyone would love it, so I don't know what they'd say to that, but it would be worth a go. But I don't know, definitely that might be a collab with Lou. If she has something like that as well, that would be fantastic. So thank you all for joining me today. It's Monday, so have the rest of the week. Hopefully it all goes nice and well for you, and we will see you again on Thursday, hopefully with a crafty challenge. So we'll see you all again later. Bye for now.